Hi guys, welcome back to Crownbrush UK's YouTube channel. Today I am going to be talking about the individual makeup brushes that I would put together as a kind of starter set. So this is going to be like a starter kit video for someone who really has no idea where to start on our website. If you're after a whole new range of makeup brushes and you want to, go on our website to buy them, it's kind of intimidating because there are so many brushes on there. And if you're new to makeup brushes or unsure of where to start, it can be a little bit scary. So that's why I'm putting together the video today, because it's going to narrow down all of my personal favourite brushes, and it's going to cover everything from foundation, eyes, lips, brows, and everything you need to do your day-to-day makeup, a full face, So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to talk about foundation brushes. I have three here. First one is the standard flat foundation brush. This is in the Syntho range. It's SS001. The reason I've picked this is because this is something I use for contouring and highlighting. So I map the contour and highlight out using this brush. I don't tend to use it for foundation application alone. With my foundation, I much prefer to buff it into the skin rather than do this whole brush stroke action. I much prefer getting a blending brush and really buffing the foundation in. So this is a great brush if you like to contour and highlight, or if you do prefer a flat foundation brush to apply your foundation with. The next one is a new favourite of mine and it is amazing. This is the C450 pointed foundation brush in the Infinity range. Now this brush I actually hated when I first used it. It was just completely and utterly different to anything I'd ever used before, and I just couldn't get my head around it. And the only reason I ended up using it and falling in love with it is because all of my other foundation brushes were dirty. And yeah, it's just amazing. The pointed nib at the top really means you can get under the eye area, around the nose. And because it's so dense, you can really work that foundation in, and it doesn't absorb liquid or cream. It literally, it picks up the foundation and it just goes onto your skin. You don't find much left in this brush. Whenever I come to clean it, hardly anything comes out. It's amazing. So that is definitely one of my favourites. That's 2 of 3 covered. Next is a duo fibre. The duo fibre range is my favourite. This is the C436 mini blender, and this is great for really buffing in and working in liquid and cream foundation. I tend to use this once I've mapped out contour and highlight and I buff it all in together. It's a really fab brush. Again, it's really dense, it doesn't soak up much product, so when you come to clean these brushes, hardly anything is left in here, so they're really easy to clean. Yeah, these 3 brushes are just great foundation brushes. There are so many on the website, it can be a bit confusing, but now you know what you're looking for. These 3 are awesome. So if brushes aren't your thing for foundation and you prefer something like a beauty sponge, we also stock the Flawless Face Blender. I absolutely love this. I've only recently learned how to use one of these beauty sponges. I don't know where I've been the last year, but yeah, these are awesome. So for foundation, I would recommend either one of these 3 brushes or a Flawless Face Blender. Okay, so once you've applied your foundation, the next step is concealer. Now, gonna be honest, I get blemishes and dark circles. I don't tend to use a brush to cover them up. For me personally, I just want to get my makeup done as quickly as possible, and I just apply concealer with my fingers. However, I do blend it, and this is where this little fella comes in. It is the Duo Fibre C429 Deluxe Crease. Now, I think it is perfect for blending in concealer, especially underneath the eyes. It's just really soft and gentle and blends things out perfectly. So next I would say is setting powder. You don't have to set your foundation, but this is something that I personally recommend that you do. Not all foundations need setting, mine, so just the ones that do. If you've used concealer, then you definitely need to use a setting powder. I like the loose setting powders. I tend to use the Make-up Forever one or the Illamasqua. Now, I always use a fan brush. I don't use any other type of brush for setting powder. I always use one of these, and this is the Italian Badger. It is IB104 Deluxe Soft Fan. Now, the Italian Badger is absolutely beautiful. It's got this gorgeous red varnished handle, and it's just so pretty. I just absolutely love this range. It's natural hair, and it's just one of my favourites. I absolutely love this fan brush, and since I've started using setting powder with a fan brush, I find that my foundation lasts a lot longer. So a fan brush is definitely a great investment for your makeup kit if you haven't already got one. Now we've done foundation, concealer and setting powder. Next would be your bronzer. So if you use a cream bronzer, then this is my favourite. You can use it with powder as well because the brush hair is synthetic, but I love to use this with cream just because it works in really large spaces and you can really buff it into the skin. Now I've forgotten the name. It is the SS014 Deluxe Flat Bronzer. Now I know you can get this in one of our brush sets, but it is also great to buy individually. It's just super soft and I love it. So this is great with something like the Chanel Universal Bronzer that comes in the big tub, because you can really get the brush in there, pick up the product and then apply it to your face. So yeah, a fab brush or bronzer. If you are more of a powder bronzer girl, it doesn't really matter because you can use these brushes with cream as well, but powder, then I would recommend either of these duo fibre brushes. This one is really popular, it's the C406. It's also great for blending in contour and highlight because it's such a great big brush. Oh my god, I just had the biggest coughing fit ever. My eyes are full and watering, excuse me guys. Okay, back to the brushes, wow. Whew. Okay, so this is the C426 Duo Fibre Tapered brush, and you can see it just tapers inwards there. Don't know if you can see that, but it is tapered. It's really, really big and great for applying bronzer in the three-way action. Because the end is tapered, I also like to contour my nose slightly with this. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze now. No, it's gone. Wow. Just when I want to film, everything's happening, coughing, sneezing. Hopefully nothing else will happen. Yeah, so these are the bronzer brushes. Next up is blusher brushes. I'll discuss this one first. This is an angle blusher brush. It's made from goat hair and it is called the C405 Contour Blush, and it's really great for getting to the hollow of the cheeks, the apple of the cheeks. It's just an all-round brilliant brush. It's just the way it's been cut is just perfect, and I've not found another angle blusher brush that beats this one, guys. So yeah, if you are after an angled blusher brush, then this is the one I would recommend. Next up, another duo fibre, shock. This is the C427 Tapered Duo Fibre Blush Brush. I use this one with cream blusher, just because it's duo fibre. I think it picks up the product really nicely. I tend to use it with my Illamasqua cream blusher. I wear the shade Dixie pretty much all the time. So yeah, this is definitely one that I have in my own personal makeup collection. It's fab. It's also great for picking up like cream highlighter and things like that, just because it's got such soft end and it's really lightweight and things like that. It's just a really, really fab brush. So that is that. Another blush brush, but this time from the Italian Badger range, is this one. It's the IB104. Is it the IB104? No, it's not. It is the IB105. Oops, IB104 setting powder brush. I'll get the hang of it eventually. So many brushes. So yeah, this is great for powder, blusher, and again, really like this because it's super pretty and I think everyone has to have pretty makeup brushes. So yeah, there we go. All three of my favourite blusher brushes, narrowing it all down for you, condensing all these brushes into a tiny, teeny personal set. How about it? So next up, eye brushes. Now, when I was picking out eye brushes, wow, there are so many and so many that I love. Literally, this was the hardest job ever, guys. So I hope you appreciate this. Look how many there are in this little mug of mine. There are a lot. So, okay, so my all-time favourite eyeshadow brush out of every single eyeshadow brush there is on our website is the Chubby Shadow, and it's not because of its name, I promise. This little fella here, it's amazing. I'm the kind of girl that doesn't want to pack on 4 eyeshadows to go to work. I'm a 1 eyeshadow, 1 wash of colour kind of girl. I only put more on when I'm going to an event or if I've got a special occasion. I just tend to have either a smudged out smoky eye or a wash of colour, and this one is perfect. So I'll just apply the colour with this brush, and then I'll also blend out with this brush. So I apply and blend with this, and it's just a perfect shape for all over the lid, get into the socket and under the lash line. It's just a really great eyeshadow brush. I love it. And so this is the C417 Chubby Shadow. This is my all-time favourite. Yep, you gotta have this one. Next application, whether it be cream or powder, or even if you're putting on a primer, then I would say this one. It is the SS011 Deluxe Oval Shadow. It's a Syntho brush, so that's why it's great with cream or powder. It's just a great shape for really packing in colour all over the lid. I always think that you need a brush to apply eyeshadow with, and then a selection of great blending brushes to really blend that colour out. So application wise, I would go for this little chappy here. On to blending brushes. This is where my love comes. Blending brushes are just unbelievable. This is the IB127 Italian Badger. This is the fluffiest brush that I have tried yet, and I've tried a lot of brushes, and it really softly blends. It's not a precision blending brush, it's one of those that you just want to softly blend out a wash of colour, and it's just amazing. It's so therapeutic. I just sit here and yeah, I'd probably fall asleep. Yeah, it's just so soft. The Italian Badger hair is beautiful. Again, the handle is beautiful. So there we go. Our most popular and best-selling blending brush is the C433. It is this little white one here, and it is amazing. It's just really good shape to really get into the socket line and blend out. So you can be more precise with blending with this one, because it's more densely packed compared to the Italian Badger brush that I've just showed you. It's really good, and I have 3 or 4 of these in my own personal makeup brush collection, and God knows how many in my actual makeup kit. So C433 Pro Blending Fluff, you have to have this one. Blending brush is done. I'm now going to talk about precision point brushes. So our most popular one is the C431 Precision Detail, and this is again goat hair, nicely with powder underneath here. But if you want that uses more of like a gel or a cream product, then you might want the synthetic version, which is the SS020. So if you are more of a cream / powder girl, then go for the Syntho one. If you're more with powders, then I'd go for the, nearly took my eye out there, the animal hair one. Animal hair, natural hair, same thing, there you go. Might have some more water there. Okay, so 2 more brushes left. There really is, I'm not lying to you. This brush is the SS06 Deluxe Angle Liner, and it is a really great brush because I like to use it for gel liner. I'm not very good with liquid eyeliner or pencil liner, to be honest. I just like my gel liner. So yeah, it's great for that because it's fine enough and you can really get, you know, it's dense enough as well, it's sturdy enough so you can get a really nice sharp point. I also really like this with my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade that I have been obsessed with recently. It's just a really nice brush. It's a great size for both brows and liner. I tend to have a few of these in my kit and in my personal makeup bag, just so I've always got a clean one when I need to put the brows on. So yeah. Last but not least is a lip brush. Now it's not the standard lip brush, it's this kind of shape, so it's a square flat head, and you'll probably think I'm crazy, but I tend to use the bullet of a lipstick when applying lipstick. I don't really use brushes. I love lip liners and lipsticks. You can tell I used to work for MAC. I'm like lip liner, lipstick, lip gloss. So I've always got a neat outer edge normally with a lip liner, and then I just fill in with a bullet from the lipstick. However, if I want something like a classic red lip and I really want a sharp edge, then I'll use this because the square cut is much better than the standard lip brush. You can really get a good shape. The BK41, it also can double up as liner if you want to. Again, you don't have to just use the brushes for what I'm telling you to use them for. These are just what I like to use them for. But again, it's really good for getting nice sharp lines around the lip area. Woohoo! We finally reached the end of the video. All of these brushes I have discussed. If you are still unsure, then you can drop me an email, zoe@crownbrush.co.uk, and I will help try and tailor you a makeup brush set. Just let me know a bit about the makeup that you tend to wear and what you're looking for, then I'm more than happy to help. If you have any other questions regarding makeup brushes, not necessarily a starter set, but you just have some questions, then you can also get in touch. You can get in touch via Twitter. We're at Crownbrush UK. We're also on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, a lot. So yeah, I'll leave all the social media links below. There is going to be some way of you getting in touch with me, or you could even try the old-fashioned pigeon and a note, whatever you need to do to speak to me. But yeah, I really hope you guys found this video useful. I really enjoyed putting together this video for you. I found it really difficult, so I hope you appreciate it. Narrowing down hundreds of brushes to a very small selection was hard work. But don't forget, this is just my personal selection that I think, you know, are a great starter set. Again, you don't need all of the brushes that I talked about today, because I've talked about, you know, 3 or 4 in each category. So you're only going to need 1 from each, so you're looking at 7 or 8 brushes to start you off. And when you're like me, you'll get to a collection of, well, nearly 200 makeup brushes, which isn't fun when it comes to cleaning. Speaking of cleaning, you will need a makeup brush cleaner to look after them. We also stock this on the website, so I'll pop a link for that. If you're not like me, you know, when you don't like storing makeup brushes in a lovely mug, then we also have an accessory section on the website, and you can find makeup brush belts, makeup brush wraps, little tubes to store your makeup brushes in. We've got you covered, so go and check it out. I think that's it. I think I've covered every single base there, and if you are still with me, then congratulations, you have reached the end of this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye!